Hey guys, Aronius here with another Raid Shadow Legends video. As you can see, Plarium's trying to sell us some Void Shards because the portal is open for boosted summons right now. 2 times chance to get a legendary. So for the Void Shards, of course. And there's no 10 times going on right now, but it is nice that we have 2 times chance to get epic and legendary. It's only 1%, but not to fret. Maybe you can get one. Hopefully you guys do get one. I'm hoping I get one. I still only have a Visix as my only Void Legendary that I got from my login rewards. I'm really hoping for one out of these 4 pulls. I do have some space to pull, and if not, I'm going to still pull some Ancient Shards. The reason being is because we do have the Rorik Wormbane fragment event going. I have 65 fragments so far. And I'm trying my best to try and go through the tournaments right now. Classic Arena, I'll definitely get this one, probably by the next day. And then we've got Champion Chase. I'm hoping to get these 15 if I can help it. If not, I can only get 5. So I'll be at 65, 75 if I get these. And then Ice Golem, of course, I have to get this one, the 5 fragments at least. I'll probably farm a little bit overnight. I have, I think, like 30 or 40 of my raid battles that I could do. So let's see, what else do we have? I think that's it. Oh, Dungeon Divers, of course. I'm going to try my best to get to 3600. I think I need to get to 3600 and get both these in order to get Rorik, but I'm not. Champion Training, I'm only at about 5,000 roughly. I need 10,500. I haven't really been working on it recently just because work's been crazy, and so, which I'm sure a lot of you out there can have the same thing going on and can sympathize, is that unfortunately as a free-to-play player and someone who works a lot during the week, I work probably 50 hours a week, so it's hard for me to just be playing all day, although I would love to do it. That'd be so cool. So we do have the Portal Purple. I'm going to go ahead and pull some Voids, hoping for, if I get a Void Legendary, honestly, I'll take any Void Legendary. I'd probably be more excited with getting, like, not a Baron. I don't really want Raglan. Ethos is cool. I wouldn't mind Ethos. Bellinor, not really interested in. Cardiel would be insane. Venus would be insane. Sir Nick would be insane. I wouldn't mind those 3. Barbarians, I wouldn't mind Ursaga, Turvold. Yakarl, I really don't want. Tuhanarok would be a good pull too. Let's see, Ogren Tribes. Gurgo would be pretty cool and fun to mess around with. Lizardmen. Krisk would be insane. That's probably my number 1. I would love to get a Krisk. Ramantu you can't pull. You can only get him from beating all the faction wars and then beating all the secondary quests and missions after Arbiter. For Skinwalkers, Leorius would be pretty sweet. Tumazia would be pretty sweet. Coronor, he's kind of an annoying champion, but he would be great for Lizardmen or Skinwalkers, so I wouldn't mind having him for my faction war team. For Orcs, definitely Warlord. I mean, everybody knows why. Angar, he's good, but I mean, he's not anything insane, but he is a Void Legendary. For the Demon Spawn, I wouldn't mind. Honestly, Inithui's good because he has that block revive on all his skills for a passive, I believe. Yeah, so block revive. And then Krutraxa is a really strong single target hitter, so I wouldn't mind her either. For the Undead Hordes, definitely Necrit or Siphi. Euros, the Soul Cage, I believe I would use him for Doom Tower. I think he could just solo the Scarab boss on every single stage in Doom Tower, including Doom Tower Hard. Little Miss Annie is just probably a fun single target. Nuka, I think she's the strongest in the game for a single target. For Dark Elves, as you can see, I only have Visix here, but I wouldn't mind getting Blind Seer would be pretty cool. She's not a bad champion. Then we've got Knights Rev. Whirlum Frost King used to be really bad, now he's really good. Definitely wouldn't mind a Hegemon Whirlum or Soulless. For the Dwarves, Tormund's obviously a monster. And then Shadowkin, they just have Riho Bone Spear. She's actually a very good champion as well. Wouldn't mind having her either. Basically, almost any Void champion would be game-changing for me, but I really just want a champion that's good for Faction Wars right now, as I'm starting to work on Faction Wars. I've pretty much beat all the quests, I beat the missions, I've got Arbiter. I'm into the later game. I'm trying to beat Faction Wars, and then work on Hard Doom Tower. So, alright, without further ado, here we go. Come on, 2 times chance. No, nothing. Steadfast Marshal, not great. Let's see what we've got. Panthera, Veil, Perfect Veil on this champion. Heal reduction, attack 3 times. Not really a great champion. We've got Ifrit. I already have this guy. He has a passive which just does basically a mini Krisk. Way worse than Krisk, obviously. But a chance to place a small version of decreased defense on the attacker. Alright, still not lucky, man. Oh, man. I am just unlucky with these pulls. Centurion exchanges the health with the enemy. It doesn't work on bosses, though, so it's kind of pointless. Heals his champion by 30%, places increased defense on this champion. He's just working for himself at this point. Heals his champion by 15%. Yeah, so this guy, I mean, I'm not sure if he hits hard, but it just seems like he's a very selfish champion. I wish that this A2 as a Void champion, even though he's a rare, should be at least on 1 other or 2 other of the champions for placing increased defense at least, because he's Void. But not very lucky with the Voids. I'm still going to go ahead and pull more. I just want to see where I'm at. Let's see, Champion Chase. So right now I've got 369. I did get the energy. I needed that. That's going to be helpful. Oh, also, I just remembered, for Fragment Summon, I did get Akoth the Seared about 2 weeks ago, so I can pull him. That's a epic. I think it's worth like 200 points. So Akoth the Seared is good against Spider. So I'll probably build him out. As you can see, he's got about a 5-star going for Spider. A1 attacks one enemy, 50% chance of placing a decrease critical rate. All his damage is based on defense, which is nice. Attacks all enemies, 20% chance of placing an HP burn for 2 turns. The chance of placing it debuff increases by 20% for each enemy alive. So he probably goes up to about, for each enemy, yeah, 100%. 100% chance on spiders. And then attacks all enemies, has 50% chance of increasing the cooldowns of all skills by 2 turns on enemies under HP debuffs, HP burn debuffs. Also places a shield buff equal to 20% of this champion's max HP on all allies. That's actually pretty good. Instantly activates this skill when this champion is revived by Rion the Conjurer. Ascended, 10% chance of placing a fear debuff on an enemy for 1 turn whenever they receive damage from an HP burn debuff placed on themselves, which can be booked out to 25% chance. That's not bad as well. And then increase ally HP in all battles by 25%. So this is actually a really good champion for spiders. He looks really cool aesthetically. I mean, he just looks like a monster. He's sweet. So it's nice having him. Let's see where I'm at in the tournament. I'm definitely going to have to pull a bunch of my ancient shards. I'm only at 619 right now, so I need at least 1150. I want to get these 5 fragments, so I just need to double check how much each ancient shard's worth. So a rare is only worth 10. Ugh, so I'd have to get epics and legendary. So I'm hoping on I'm praying upon a legendary or some epics. At least 2 epics would be nice. So I'll go ahead and pull 2 of my ancients and then make some room. Legendary? Nope. Alright, so we've got Judge. Come on, get lucky here. This guy, Gloril, Brutebane. Alright, I'm going to make some room real quick and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back and I'm going to take a couple more shards here. I might pull 5, maybe 10. We'll see what I get. I'm hoping on a couple of epics. If I'm lucky, I'll get a legendary and it'll stop. But I don't seem to be getting lucky today. Come on. Who's this guy? Delore Lorekeeper. 15% continuous heal on all allies. Places a block debuffs buff on the target for 1 turn if they have less than 100% HP. Attacks one enemy. Stun chance booked up to 50% if they're under any debuff. Attacks one enemy's 25% chance of placing a block active skills. Okay. Let's keep going. Fencer. That is not what I want. Gallic, the starter champion. Oh! Why is it taking so long? Oh, I was really hoping that would be a legendary. Okay, so this is a new guy for me. Balthus Droglord, defense-based champion. Hopefully he's a good champion. I haven't heard much about this guy. Good in faction wars. Usually if faction wars their highest stat, normally they're not that great, but we'll see what his kit's like. So attacks one enemy has a 30% chance of placing a 50% decrease attack. That's okay on the A1. Definitely don't need him because I just beat my undead hordes last weekend, so I don't need this guy, but it'll be nice to build him out eventually and see how his kit works. Attacks all enemies, 75% chance of placing a decreased crit rate, books up to 100%, 30% decreased crit rate. Not the best. I mean, it would be nice if he had decreased crit rate, decreased accuracy. I would much rather see a decreased accuracy on this. A3, attacks one enemy, has a 75% chance of placing a provoke debuff for 2 turns, also heals this champion by 20% of their max HP. Okay, so it's good against the dragon that's in Doom Tower. It's a provoke, 100% chance when booked every 4 turns. It's not that great. Reflects 30% of the damage this champion receives back onto the attacker. That's kind of nice. And then increase ally defense and faction crypts. So, I mean, he's great for faction crypts because the Undead Horde's faction crypt boss hits really hard on 1 hit, and if he reflects 30% of the damage, you're looking at about maybe 5,000, 10,000, even 15,000 damage put back onto the boss if you put a lot of HP on that guy. Alright, we're going to keep going. I'm going to pull 5 more and then check where I'm at. Come on. I just want 1 legendary. Would be beautiful. Odashi. This is a new Shadow King guy. He's actually rated really well for a rare. Provoke on the A1. That's actually really good. Booked up to a 35% chance. Shield on the A2 on this champion based on his max HP. Block debuffs buff on all allies for 1 turn. Also places a 30% increased defense. This guy's actually really good for a rare champion. He's better than some Void champions that are rares, which is kind of sad. Alright, so there's Greybeard. Greybeard's a good champion for the, I think, Skinwalkers. Yep, Skinwalkers crypt. 2 more. Alright, so we've got Assassin. Alright, new Shadowkin. Nothing crazy. Wyvernbane. Most people don't pull those 10 shards, but I kind of haven't been very lucky. I just got that 1 epic that doesn't really seem very enticing. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and pull these shards. I'm going to do a 10 pull, and hopefully I get something good. Come on, don't be all rares. You're kidding me. This was a very, very bad pull for me. Nothing good. Not even a not only 1 epic out of 26 shards. Well, hey, super bad luck for me. Hopefully you guys were very lucky on your pulls and maybe you got something good. Hopefully a couple of legendary voids. Maybe by the end of the weekend I can pull a couple more void shards out of Nightmare or even hard clan boss. But yeah, luck is against me this time around. So if you guys have watched it this far at this point, please subscribe to the channel. It would be very helpful for me to get more content out to the viewers out there. I do make a ton of different type of content on this channel. And if there's something that you're interested in, please leave a comment down below and I'll be happy to try to make a video on that. Thanks so much for watching, and take care.